Just joining us here tonight, reminder that split block tickets are available out on the concourse. That goes to benefit the Morris Area Post-Prom Committee. And also, it's Cancer Awareness Night. Any donations you're willing to give, we'd be glad to receive over here at the scorer's table. And after the match begins, some of the players will be walking around with the orange buckets. Thanks for your generosity here tonight at Tiger Center. please rise, remove your headgear, and address the flag as we honor our nation and all those who have fought for our freedoms with the playing of our national anthem by the Morris Area High School Pep Band under the direction of Miss Wanda Dagan. Game officials for tonight's contest are Mandy Katz and Terry Strum. From Melrose Area High School. Beginning with the reserves for the Dutchmen. Number 1, Avery Van Beck. Number 3, Brooke Finken. Number 4, Alexis Krasta. Number 5, Josephine Schmeezing. Number 8, Allie Feldward. Number 9, Vanessa Lycum. Number 11, Rhea Nelson. Number 12, Madison Kurzman. Number 14, Isabel Jenke. 15, Kaylee Ellering. 16, Jasmine Finken. 17, Hannah Hoppy. Number 20, Kendra Primus. And number 22, Avery Burt. Starters for the Dutchmen tonight. Number 2, Kimberly Clausen. Number 6, Miranda Giesky. Number 7, Madison Stussy. Number 10, Kylie Blinker. Number 19, Brooke Meyer. Number 21, Shaylin Bertram. And the libero, number 23, Carrie Rademacher. The Dutchmen under the direction of head coach Emily Reller, along with assistant coaches Renee Bauer and Katie Meyer. And now lineups for the home team on the scoreboard. The Morris Area Chicago, Alberta Tigers. Beginning with the reserves for the Tigers and leading us off tonight, celebrating her 17th birthday here with us at Tigers Center, number 4, Courtney Stanisek. Number 8, Bailey Hanaby. Number 9, Julia Gillespie. Number 11, Whitney Bruns. And number 16, Shelly Dibdall. And now the starters for your Tigers. Number 3, Brianna Dibdall. Number 5, Brianna Marty. Number 6, Katie Harstead. Number 7, Sydney Dietz. Number 10, Manny Grove. Number 13, Cameron Oshby. And your libero, number 2, Lydia La Reina. The the Tigers are under the direction of interim head coach Christy Fair, along with assistant coaches Alyssa Holland and Chelsea Ulringer. Good luck to all of tonight's competitors. Ladies, let's play volleyball!
Black jersey tops, white numbering and lettering, orange trim, the black shorts. The libero, Carrie Rademacher for the Dutchman, wearing the white jersey with the purple numbering and lettering trimmed in gold. And the libero for the Tigers, Liv Labria, orange jersey, white numbering and lettering trimmed in black. So we're about ready to go from the Tigers Centers. The Tigers taking on the Dutchman here tonight. Tigers will be to my right and the Dutchman to my left. Get this match underway. Just about right on time, 7:30 scheduled start, getting a couple minutes head start here. Getting a lot of pink t-shirts and jerseys and attire tonight due to it being Cancer Awareness tonight here at the Tiger Center. The Dutchman will get the opening serve here with their libero, Carrie Rademacher, 5'5" junior. And the Dutchman swept the first matchup of the year. And second one, final one, underway here tonight as the Tigers receive. Grove will set it. We get a whistle and a point for the Dutchman. 2 hits on the Tigers, and it's 1-0 Melrose. So the Tigers no doubt want to get off to a fast start here tonight. And playing from behind in a lot of their matches kind of puts the mind at ease a little bit if you can get an early head start. Here's a spike and a point for the Dutchman. And that one's coming from number 2, Kimberly Clausen. It's quickly 2-0 Melrose with Rademacher at the line serving. And the serve played here by Dietz and dumped over the net by Dibdahl. Dutchman come up, set it left side. Clausen on the attack, dug out by Marty in the back row. Dibdahl will set it here for Osby. Her attack tipped up at the net. Melrose plays it, and they spike it at the net, and that is going to go off the fingertips of Marty and out of bounds, point Melrose, and it's 3-0 Dutchman. And the serve received here by Dietz and then tipped over the net, but out of bounds by the Tigers. Wasn't received real well, a little bit off center there. Tough play for Maddie Grove up at the net to dump it over the net. Did what she could, but pushed it out of bounds. It's quickly 4-0 Dutchman. There's a serve received by Osby. Dibdahl will set it for Grove at the net. Tips it on over, played by the Dutchman. Here's a set on the right side, the attack and the kill. For the Dutchman right side, that's coming from number 10, Kylie Blanker. And it's 5-0 Melrose here in the opening going tonight from the Tiger Center. Tigers haven't been able to really get a solid hit over the net here just yet. They're struggling on their serve receive, and that one is kind of off the mark by Osby as well. Dibdahl will dump it over the net. Here's a set. And it's tipped into the net, out of bounds off Melrose. Point for the Tigers. And they're on the board. It's 5-1. And it's going to be Dibdahl going to the line serving from Morris area. And Brianna serves. Rademacher receives. Here's a set at the net. The joust is going to be won by the Dutchman. On the set that time, Brooke Meyer. And the point came from Madison Kurzman. Tigers receive this one. There's a nice set, attack, and a kill for Maddie Grove. There we go, on a good serve receive. Sets up Dibdahl and set assist for Grove. And it's 6-2 Dutchman with the lead. Meyer sets on the left side. Here's the attack and kill coming from Madison Stoos. 7-2 Melrose, first set of the night here from the Tiger Center. Tigers looking for their third conference win of the year. At the line serving is going to be Kurzman. Received by Labria. Dibdahl sets it for Dietz. Blocked at the net, and a point for the Dutchman. Blocked by Clausen. And it's 8-2 Melrose. Kurzman receives, or serves rather. Labria receives. Here's a set for Marty on the outside. Her attack is going to be dug out by Kurzman. Now the attack. There's a dig for Maddie Grove. And the Tigers will dump it over the net. Dutchman control the volley. Set in the middle, the attack, and it's going to go off Dibdahl. Back to Labria. Can Dibdahl return? Volley, she cannot. Point for Melrose. They now lead 9-2. Our score. Grove receives. Dibdahl sets for Marty. Her attack is blocked at the net, but then returned on the rebound by the Tigers, now sent back by the Dutchman. Dibdahl has it, dumps it over the net. Looks like she went over that center line. Point for the Dutchman, and it's 10-2 Melrose. And with that, we'll get a timeout from Coach Christy Fair. We'll take one as well. 10-2, Dutchman off to a good start. We'll return in 1 minute. You're listening to Tigers Volleyball. This is 95.7. 10-2, Melrose leading the Tigers. And the Dutchman at the line serving. It's going to be Kurzman. Tigers receive. Dibdahl sets in the middle for Dietz. Her attack blocked at the net. Plays the rebound over to Dibdahl. Now to Marty. And tipped at the net. Dutchman. There's a set by Meyer, and the attack on the outside. Blocked at the net by the Tigers. Possibly hit into the net. Or Dietz got the block. And either way, point for the Tigers. It's now 10-3. Looks like they actually gave that block to Maddie Grove, I think. Melrose with a quick point to respond. So 11-3, Dutchman leading. And Kimberly Clausen serving. And the serve received here. Bump set. Near side on the left side for Marty. Her attack is going to be dug. The set on the outside tipped over the net, and we get a whistle. Point Tigers. And Dutchman over the line. 11-4 here. Melrose with the lead, and Sid Dietz will go to the line for Morris area. Dietz's serve. Received there. The set tipped over the net. Played by Dibdahl. Labria comes up, gets it. Marty on the attack that time. That one's going to be dug out in the back row by Rademacher. Free ball sent over. Dietz plays it to Dibdahl. Dibdahl sets it left side. Marty on the attack, blocked at the net. Labria plays the rebound. Here's the set for Harstead, and her attack is out. And point Dutchman now 12-4. Harstead in the middle with the attack that time. Pushed it a little bit far, went for the corner shot. And now serving is Brooke Meyer. Meyer serves. Dietz plays. Dibdahl sends it back to Labria. Labria, and that's a double hit on Labria. Point Dutchman, 13-4 now, Melrose. And the serve. Dietz receives. Dibdahl sets it near side. Marty on the attack. And rolls one off the fingertips of Bertram and down for a point for Brianna Marty. Tigers get the point here, and it's now 13-5. That block, by the way, they gave to Cam Osby a few plays back. Tigers have it here with Harsted on the attack. That one's out. Point for the Dutchman, 14-5. And going to the line to serve here from Melrose will be Meyer, the setter. 5'9" senior. Boy, they have a ton of seniors on this Melrose roster. They have a big roster, period. They could field 2 varsity squads off their varsity team alone. About twice the size of the Tigers, just in numbers. Dumped over the net here. Marty plays it over to Harsted, and a free ball pushed over from Maddie Grove. Meyer sets in the middle. Here's the attack. Nice dig from Marty right there. Tipped over the net by Dibdahl, and a point for the Tigers. Well done defensively from Morris area. They get the point. 14-6. And Liv Labria will go to the line for Morris area. And Labria's serve. Received by the Dutchman. A real good one. Free ball sent over. Marty receives to Dibdahl. Sets it near side on the attack. Nice dig. The other side by Miranda Gieske. We get a whistle and a point for the Tigers. Player that went up and over the top of the net for Melrose, so 14-7 now. And Labria heads back to the line. Labria, the libero, 5-foot senior. And her serve. Angles it. Rademacher plays. Meyer sets left side and on the attack. That's out. Point Tigers. And it's 14-8. So Morris here starting to chip into that deficit a little bit here. Getting a little bit of momentum after falling behind early. Labria rather serves again. Meyer sets it right side. Here's the attack. Nice dig for Labria. Over to Dibdahl. Bump set for Osby on the attack. And a nice dig on the other side by Gieske. Tipped over the net and point for the Dutchman. That one coming from Madison Stussy. (15-8) Melrose leading. Labria receives over to Dibdahl. Sets it in the middle and dumped over the net by Osby. Pushed it towards the line. Play there by Stussy and a free ball back over to Marty. Here's Dibdahl. She'll set it for Osby near side. Osby went over the center line. And point for the Dutchman. It's now 16-8. Melrose has doubled up the Tigers. Rademacher serves. Marty receives. Dibdahl sets it for Osby near side on the attack. Gieske plays that one. It's into the net. Point for the Tigers. Sent that one high up into the rafters. Came back down into the net. Didn't clear the net. And point for the Tigers now 16-9. Line drive serve here from Brianna Dibdahl. And a free ball over the net. Marty plays. Dibdahl has it. Sets it for Dietz on the left side. Her attack tipped in the air. Dutchmen have the volley and sends it over the net to Labria. Dibdahl sets in the middle. Groves attack tipped at the net. Pushed over by Melrose, but out of bounds. Point for the Tigers. And it's 16-10. Here's Dibdahl serving. And the receive there. Meyer sets it. The attack and kill for Melrose. 17-10 Dutchman. At the point that time, Madison Stussy. Avery Van Beck at the line serving for the Dutchman as Marty receives. Grove has it. Dumped over the net for Dietz. There's one set in the middle, and the attack blocked at the net by Grove. Kept alive on the rebound. Here's the attack and the kill for the Dutchman. And Stussy again. (18-10) Melrose. Van Beck serving. Dietz receives. Dibdahl sets right side, tipped right into the net by Osby. Miss hit there, and it's now 19-10 Dutchman. First set of the night here from the Tiger Center. And with that, a timeout on the floor for Coach Christy Fair, and the Tigers will take one as well. 19-10 Melrose on top, back in 1 minute. You're listening to 95.7. (19-10) Melrose leading Morris area. Dutchman serving my left to right. And it's Avery Van Beck. Labria receives. Dibdahl bump set left side for Dietz on the attack. Gieske digs it out in the back corner once again. They push it into the net though. Tigers will take the point. It's 19-11. Maddie Grove will step to the line here for Morris area. And line drive serve here, played by Gieske. Here's the set, the attack. And it's going to be a point for Melrose. Marty went up, got a piece of it, but doesn't get the block. Clausen gets the kill. 20-11, Dutchman. And serving is going to be Madison Kurzman. Grove receives. Dibdahl sets. Tipped over the net by Dietz. And sent back over by the Dutchman. Dibdahl to Labria. Now Marty on the attack. And Marty with the kill. Brianna Marty with her second of the night. The Dutchman's lead is 8 here, 20-12 with Osby serving. Rademacher receives. Here's Meyer. She'll set it left side on the attack, and that one's out. Hit coming from Kaylee Ellering. Point Tigers now 20-13. And the serve received. Pushed at the net. Meyer sets it. Here's the attack, and that one's out. Another point for the Tigers makes it 20-14. Set in the middle that time. Osby serves. Meyer sets in the middle. Here's the attack. There's a kill coming from Clausen. He's got a real nice angle on that ball, downward kind of spike. 21-14, Dutchman with the lead. And it is Clausen serving. Rolls one off the top of the net, played by Dibdahl to Labria. Nice awareness there for Dibdahl. Melrose controls the volley here, and they'll just send a free ball over to Grove. Grove pushed it a little bit far and tipped at the net. Nice play there for Harstead, and then pushed out of bounds, though, by the Tigers. Point Melrose 22-14. It was good awareness by Harstead that time. On the tip at the net to play that. See that go for a point many times, but then the Tigers end up pushing it out of bounds anyway. Well, it's 22-14. Clausen serving. Received here by Sanisek and then tipped into the net, and everything right off the start was Kind of out of place for Morris there. It was received and pushed way off to the side. Couldn't quite get it back into play, push it into the net. Point Melrose, 23-14. Clausen serves again. Sanisak again shanks that one off to the side. Dietz keeps it alive though, and then it's bumped over by Harstead. Now Meyer sets it in the middle of the attack. Blocked at the net by Brianna Marty. That's one thing the Tigers have done well here tonight in this first set is their blocking. Got 3 of them. It's 23-15. Dietz serving. And it's going to be an ace for Sydney Dietz. (23-16) now, Dutchman. Dietz at the line. Another line drive serve. Good serving here from Dietz, and she'll get another ace. (23-17). Tigers trying to make a late push at this. Kind of backs against the wall here. Another line drive serve. There it's received. The Dutchman will send a free ball over. Dietz to Dibdahl, dumps it over the net. Played by Melrose, and they dump one back over the net, and a point for Meyer. And now it's game point here, 24-17. And Meyer serving. Dietz receives over to Labria. Sets it near side from Marty, tips it over the net, kept alive. Rademacher and a free ball over from the Dutchman where Labria plays. Dibdahl sets it for Marty on the attack and kill. Marty with her 3rd kill of the set here. 24-18 now. Still game point. And Marty will serve. And an ace for Brianna Marty. The Tigers might not be able to overcome a rough start, but they've played much better here late in this first set. Something that can hopefully carry into set number 2. As Marty serves. Meyer has it, sets it in the middle on the attack. Marty with the dig. Dibdahl sets for Maddie Grove. Rademacher digs that one out. And a joust at the net, point to the Tigers, and it's 24-20 now. (24-20) Dutchman. Game point, the serve. Rademacher receives. Meyer bumps that on the outside. They got to try to get it over, and they do. And a spike at the net. Labria's there to play it for the Tigers. Here's Grove on the attack, blocked at the net. Harstead to Dibdahl on the attack, kept alive by the Dutchman. And a free ball is over. Dietz, Dibdahl dumps it over the net. Now Melrose pushes it back over. Marty keeps it alive. Dibdahl, Grove tips it on over, and a point for the Tigers, and it's 24-21. Timeout for Coach Reller and Melrose. Take a real quick one ourselves. Back in a moment. This is 95.7 KKOK. Of things to come here the remainder of the night. Marty serves. Rademacher to Meyer. Sets to the left side. The attack blocked by the Tigers. Played on the rebound. Meyer sets it again. Here's the attack blocked at the net by Harstead. 24-22. Or is that Dibdahl who got the block? Marty serves. Received here. Meyer sets it. Here's the attack. And it's kept alive by the Tigers. Dumped over. Pushed out of bounds. Point Tigers. It's 24-23. Incredible. Boy, I thought that was down for a point. The Tigers somehow able to return volley. Marty serves. Rademacher receives. Meyer sets it right side. The attack. Labria plays it. Dumped over the net by Dibdahl. Now Meyer to Rademacher. Set left side. Here's the attack. Tipped and a point for the Dutchman. And they survive. Ellering with the point. Melrose gets the win by the skin of their teeth, 25-23. What a comeback for Morris area. The teams will flip sides, and we'll have set number 2 coming up when we return. 25-23, Dutchmen take the first one. We're back in 2 minutes on 95.7. The Tigers started rolling and made things very interesting at 24-23. But the Dutchmen end up getting that last point and hanging on for the win here, 25-23. So Melrose now lined up to my right and the Tigers to my left for set number 2 here. Tigers will get the serve. And Brianna Dibdahl will serve here first for Morris area. There's a set and a spike right off the bat. Guess who? Kimberly Clausen. Point Melrose, they take a 1-0 lead. And here's the serve here for Marty. Dibdahl sets it at the net. Point and kill for Maddie Grove, and we're tied up 1-1. That's our first tie of the night. (1-1) with Grove serving. Rademacher receives. Meyer goes and plays it. And a line drive over the net here from Grove to Labria. Free ball over from Dibdall. Meyer has it, sets it right side. Clausen tips it on over. We get a whistle. Point Tigers. Clausen went over that center line, and the Tigers have their first lead of the night here at 2-1. Our score as Grove serves, Rademacher receives, and an ace for Maddie Grove. And it's now 3-1, so it's looking like maybe the Tigers did carry some of that momentum over here in set number 2. Grove, and that one is just out. The last second Van Beck was going to play it, pulled back. And a point for the Dutchman, now 3-2. Kurzman serving for the Dutchman as Dibdall sets it right side. Pushed over the net, we get a point for the Dutchman. Osby came flying into the net. So we're tied up at 3 apiece now. And here's the serve, Labria receives, Dibdall sets it. Dietz tips it over the net, played by Van Beck. Now the attack on the left side. Grove digs it out. Set back for Grove. Her hit, though, is going to be out. Point Melrose. The Dutchmen have taken a 4-3 lead now. 3 straight here for Melrose. Up 4-3. Second set of the night at the Tiger Center. And the serve received from Grove. Dibdall sets it in the middle and had Dietz kind of reaching for it, and Sid couldn't really do much with it. Pushed it into the net, so point for the Dutchman, now leading 5-3. Tigers unable to return volley off the serve. Grove receives here. Dibdall has it, sets it left side. Marty on the attack, tipped into the air, and Melrose plays. Meyer plays it back. Here's the attack, and it's going to be a point for the Dutchman, Kaylee Ellering. And now 6-3. Dutchman. 5 straight here for Melrose. Marty receives. Dibdall has it, sets it for Osby on the right side, and cross-court hit. Tipped and out of bounds off the Dutchman. Point for Cam Osby. And the Tigers. So they get the side out, now 6-4. Osby serving. Van Beck receives. Here's a set and the attack in the middle from Clausen. Dug out by Maddie Grove, and an attack and kill for the Tigers. And Brianna Marty. Marty with 4 kills here tonight. Osby serving. The attack, and that one's out of bounds. It's now 6-6. We're all knotted up. Melrose on the attack here near side from Ellering. Went out of bounds. Tipped at the net, and a point for the Dutchman. Up at the net that time was the setter, Brooke Meyer. Seven to 6. Melrose by 1. And the serve. Marty receives. Dibdall has it, sets it for Marty, dumps it over the net, and Marty gets another point. Seven to 7, all tied up. Dietz on the serve. Line drive received here by Van Beck. Set left side. The attack goes into the net, and the Tigers take an 8-7 lead. 8-7 lead for the Tigers. Here's set number 2. Dietz on the serve. Dietz has a nice line drive serve, too. Melrose is able to get a point, though. Here's the Tigers' 4 hits. They're unable to return the volley, I should say. So we're tied up at 8 apiece. And the serve, line drive played by Dietz to Labria. Labria sets it far side. Marty on the attack is out. 9-8 now, Dutchman. Seven kills already for Kimberly Clausen. That's a match high. The serve, though, is going to be out here from Brooke Meyer. And we're tied up at 9 apiece. Been tied 6 times now already here in this second set as Brianna Marty will go to the line. 1 ace tonight already. Marty serving my left to right. Angles it far side. Kind of shanked off to the side, but the volley returned. Dibdahl has it, sets it for Harstead. Her attack is going to be a point for the Tigers. Didn't hit it real solid, but found a spot on the far side of the floor. And Kaylee Harstead gets the kill. Dibdahl the assist. Tigers take a 10-9 lead. Marty serving again. Rademacher receives. The set and hit over the net to Grove. Grove to Dibdahl. Sets it back for Grove on the attack. Blocked out of bounds though off the Dutchman. Point Tigers, and they now lead 11-9. Marty serves. And back sets it. Point Tigers. 2 hits on Melrose, and it's now 12-9. Marty serves. Here's the receive. Grove to Dibdahl. Sets it back for Grove on the attack. That's out. And a side out point for the Dutchman makes it 12-10. Tigers by 2, set number 2. Melrose took the first one, 25-23. Miranda Gieske is in to serve here for the Dutchman. Marty receives. Dibdahl has it, sets in the middle for Harstead, and a point for Kaylee Harstead. Tigers back up by 3 here, 13-10. Labria serves. Received here. The set on the right side. The attack hit into the net. And another point for the Tigers. Now it's 14-10. No, I bigger. It should be 14-10. They put the point on the wrong side there at the scoreboard. They'll get that figured out. There they did. Service error here from Labria makes it 14-11 now. And Rademacher, the libero for Melrose at the line serving. Dietz receives. Dibdahl has it, sets it for Osby. Her attack is out. Point Melrose, it's 14-12. And Rademacher steps back to the line. Serve receive from Marty. Over to Dibdahl. Free ball is over. Here's a set right side for the Dutchman, and it's going to be a point on the outside for Melrose, making it 14-13. Attack that time coming from Kylie Blenker. Rademacher serves. Dietz receives. Here's Dibdahl setting left side for Grove on the attack. Tipped, and a point for Maddie Grove. Tigers get the side out, now lead 15-13. Dibdahl serving. Gieske receives. Here's the set on the right side and the attack, and off the Tigers out of bounds. Point for Blenker. (15-14). Tigers clinging to a 1-point lead here in set number 2. And it's Van Beck serving. Marty receives. Dibdahl sets it in the middle for Grove. Blocked at the net. Tipped over the net, and a point for Melrose. Courtesy of Madison Stussy that time. Ties us up here at 15 apiece. And Beck serves. Labria receives. Here's Dibdahl setting left side for Dietz on the attack. Rademacher digs it out. And the Dutchman will send it into the net. Point Tigers. It's now 16-14. to 15. Tigers by 1. Maddie Grove to the line. And a service error there. Grove drove that one straight into the ground, so we're tied at 16 now. 8 ties here in the second set. At the line serving is Kurzman. There's Dibdahl setting for Marty on the left side. Dug out by Rademacher. And then the attack left side. That's going to be dug out by Grove. Dibdahl has it. Sets it for Osby. Hits it out of bounds. Point to the Dutchman, and they pull in front here 17-16. The serve goes to Marty. Dibdahl sets in the middle, tipped over the net by Dietz. Back to the other side, and Grove plays it for the Tigers. Now Marty, she tips it, blocked at the net by Clausen. Point Melrose, they lead 18-16. Second block of the night for Kimberly Clausen. Timeout on the floor for the Tigers. We'll take one as well. 18-16 Dutchman by 2 in set number 2. You're listening to Tigers Volleyball at 95.7. Back in by 2 here in our second set of the night. And serving for Melrose is Madison Kurzman. Labria receives. Dibdahl sets it for Marty on the left side, hits it into the net. Point for the Dutchman, and now they lead 19-16. That's 4 straight here for Melrose. Courtney Sanisak checks in for the Tigers. Here's the serve. Sanisak receives, but shanks it off to the side. Point Melrose, and now Dutchman starting to grab control of this one here, 20-16. All with Kurzman at the line for Melrose. And her serve, Labria receives. Here's Dibdahl setting for Dietz on the attack and the kill. The line shot for Sid Dietz. Tigers finally get that side out. And the volley will be returned here by the Tigers. The Dutchman then shank it. Tigers get the point. It's 20-18. It is Cameron Osby at the line serving for the Tigers. Osby serves, and it's out. Point Melrose, 21-18. There's a line drive serve. Marty receives. It's played at the net. Dumped over by Sydney Dietz. Played in the back row here from Clausen. Now the attack on the left side. Nice dig there for Labria for the Tigers. Dibdahl to the middle. Tipped over by Marty. And Melrose is not able. Well, they did return. Tipped back over. Now they send it back over. Tigers control volley. Marty on the left side. Attack. Tipped. Played. Dutchman on the left side will just bump it over the net. Dietz has it for Dibdahl, sets it back for Dietz, tips it over. Played by Kurzman. And that's tipped over by the Dutchman and pushed out of bounds by the Tigers. Point Melrose. And it's 22-18. Dutchman back up by 4 here. Clausen at the line serving. (22-18). And the serve is played by Sanisak. Dibdall sets it left side. We get a whistle. Point Melrose. 2 hits on the Tigers, now 23-18. And another timeout on the floor for Coach Christy Fair and the Tigers. We will take one as well. Dutchman by 5. Back in a minute on 95. Thank you, Jason. Back here at the Tigers Center, the Dutchman leading 23-18. And serving is Kimberly Clausen. Clausen serves. Marty plays it over to Dibdall, sets it on the right side for Dietz. Her attack dugout in the back row. Meyer plays it into the rafters and sent back over by Kurzman. Now Dibdall sets for Dietz. Blocked at the net, played on the rebound by Dibdall to Labria. Now Marty, she's tipped and blocked at the net. Pushed over from Labria, or from Dibdall rather, and a point for the Tigers, 23-19. Tigers having a tough time getting their attacks to get over the net, and finally pushed into the back row by Dibdall, and they get a point there. Attack left side and a kill for Kaylee Ellering, and it is game point now here at 24-19. Tigers made quite a run with their backs against the wall last time. See what they got this time around. Dietz receives. Dibdall has it, sets it left side. Marty blocked at the net. Point for the Dutchman. And that will do it, 25-19. Melrose takes set number 2 here tonight at the Tigers Center. 25-23, 25-19. 2-0 Dutchman. We're back in 2 minutes with set number 3 when we return on 95-7. Second set, Tigers started much, much better. That first set, they just had such a rough start, and the rest of the way they played pretty good. They actually, I thought, outplayed Melrose, but they fell behind so far early on that they couldn't dig out of that hole, or climb out of that hole, I should say. Second set, kind of the opposite. They started really good, but as the set wore on, it was the Dutchman who got better and better and ended up pulling away late. Rademacher serves here. Marty receives. Dibdahl to Osby, knocks it over the net where Gieski's waiting. Meyer has it, sets it for Clausen. Her attack dug out by Labria. Over to Dibdahl. Osby's attack blocked. Played on the rebound by Dietz. Dibdahl sets Osby again, and her attack this time is out. And the first point goes to the Dutchman. I beg your pardon, or are they going to say that was tipped? They are, so that point will go to the Tigers, so my mistake. 1-0 Tigers. Clausen on the attack. There's a kill, and now we're tied at 1. No ties first set. 8 of them in the second set. Here's a tie here in our third set. Tied up at 1 apiece. It is Avery Van Beck serving. Dibdahl sets for Dietz. Hits it into the net point. No, I beg your pardon. Oh, I thought she hit that into the net. She actually got that over. That was Sid Dietz on the attack and kill. And it's now 2-1 Tigers with Maddie Grove at the line, and her serve received here. Meyer dumps it over the net. Played by Dibdahl. Over to Marty on the attack. Rademacher's there to dig. Meyer sets it left side, the attack. Grove digs it out, returns the volley on it. And a set in the middle for Clausen, the attack and kill there. Tied up at 2 apiece. Here in our third set. Van Beck serves. Labria receives. Marty has it, sets it for Dietz on the attack, and the kill for Sydney Dietz. Kill number 4 for Dietz tonight. This is number 16 for Dibdahl is what I have unofficially. Well, we got a ace here from Cameron Osby at the line. The Tigers on top right now, 4-2. Osby serves. Meyer has it, sets it left side. Here's the attack. Played by Grove. She digs it out once again, and Marty sends it over, and Marty gets the point for the Tigers, now leading 5-2. Osby serves, rolls one off the net, just about got an ace there. Instead, it's set up for Clausen, her attack. Osby plays and mishandled on the pass from Harston and Dibdahl over there. They knock it out of bounds. Point for the Dutchman on the side out, makes it 5-3. And with that, Kimberly Clausen goes to the line for the Dutchman. Clausen serves, Labria receives. Dibdahl sets it right side for Dietz on the attack and kill. And Sydney Dietz really coming alive here for the Tigers. Dietz serving now. Dumped over the net. Dietz is there to play it. Good heads up there by Sid. Dumped over the net for Marty now. Ellery over to Meyer. Sets it back on that left side. Here's the attack. Nice dig for Grove. Dibdall sets Marty, and Marty is blocked, but out of bounds off the Dutchman. Point Tigers, 7-3. Morris area here in set number 3. The serve receive. Meyer comes over and plays it on that left side. The attack is dug by Brianna Marty. And then Marty with the attack and the kill. And it's 8-3, biggest lead of the night here for Morris area in our third set of the evening. Sydney Dietz goes back to the line for the Tigers. Dietz serves, received. Meyer has it, sets, dumps it over the net. Point for the Dutchman. Shaylin Bertram that time. And it makes it 8-4. Meyer to the line for Melrose. 8-4 lead for the Tigers. Here's the serve. Dietz, Dibdall, Marty on the attack. Dug out back row that time by Kurzman. And Melrose unable to return volley though. Tigers take the point and back up by 5 here at 9-4. And Marty will head to the line and serve. Line drive serve, Rademacher receives, shanked it off to the side. Dutchman will return volley, Dietz or Marty will play it. Dibdall to Grove on the attack and the kill. Timeout on the floor for Coach Reller and the Dutchman. 10-4 Tigers, set 3 from the Tiger Center. Back in a minute, you're listening to 95.7. Start to this set for the Tigers. See if they can sustain this time. Kind of faded down the stretch of set number 2. Marty serving. They're trying to put together a solid full game here. Slow start, strong finish in set 1. Strong start, bad finish in set 2. Grove on the attack is out. Makes it 10-5, and the Dutchmen get the first point out of the timeout here from Coach Reller. And serving for the Dutchman is Miranda Gieske. Here's Dibdall setting back for Dietz. Hits it into the net, played off the net by Grove. Pushed it out of bounds on the tip that time after Grove was set on the left side. So the Dutchmen get the point, and it's now 10-6. Gieske back to the line. Line drive serve. Marty receives. Here's Dibdall setting. Grove on the outside. Nice dig for Rademacher that time on a good hit from Grove. Hit over the net. Dietz plays it. Dibdall for Labria. She'll just send a free ball over. Rademacher plays. Meyer keeps it alive but hits it out of bounds. And the Tigers get the point, making it 11-6. Liv Labria serving for the Tigers, the libero. Meyer sets it right side. That one's going to be blocked at the net, kept alive. Rademacher for Bertram. Rolls one off the top of the net and a point for the Dutchman. Makes it 11-7. 11-7. Tigers by 4. It's Rademacher serving and mishandled on the receive by Dietz. So an ace for Rademacher. Makes it 11-8. Dutchman back within 3 now. Tigers' biggest lead of the night was 6. They've trimmed 3 off that since the timeout. Dibdall, the Grove on the left side, the attack, and point for Melrose. Couldn't see why. I don't know if that was hit outside the sticks or what that was, but 11-9 now. Melrose within 2. Dibdall sets for Grove, rolls one off the net, out of bounds. Last touch by Melrose. So Grove will get the kill. It's 12-9. Our score. Here's the serve. Rademacher receives. Meyer sets. Joust at the net, won by the Tigers, but a point for the Dutchmen. Tigers went over the top. Making it 12-10 now. Melrose within 2. Avery Van Beck serves, and that's in for an ace. Marty and Labria let it go, thinking it was out. Van Beck gets an ace. Now it's 12-11. Dutchman back within a point. Serve from Van Beck, rolled one off the top, and point for Melrose. That's going to be another ace. We had to, or not an ace, I beg your pardon. It's a lift on the Tigers. So we're tied up at 12 now. Melrose has erased that 6-point deficit. Labria receives. Dibdall has it, sets it for Grove. Blocked at the net, point for the Dutchman, and they have pulled in front here, 13-12. Dutchman leading. Van Beck serves. Dietz receives. Dibdall sets it for Dietz on the attack. That's out. Point Melrose, and it's 14-12. Melrose has gotten 10 of the last 12 points since that timeout. Van Beck serves. Marty receives to Dibdall. Back to Marty on the attack. Played here by Rademacher. Now Meyer sets it in the middle. The attack and kill from Clausen. Melrose is rolling right now here, 15-12. Timeout on the floor for Coach Fair, and the Tigers will take one as well. 15-12. Melrose has turned this one on its head. We're back in a minute. You're listening to 95.7. By 3. Avery Van Beck serving for the Dutchman. Dietz receives. Here's Dibdall setting for Grove on the outside. Tips it over the net. And tipped back on over by Stussy this time. Here's a set for Dietz. She'll tip it over. Meyer's there to play. Rademacher sets. Stussy tips it over to Grove. Grove to Marty. And Marty set it for Osby on the outside. Free ball over from Rademacher where Labria plays. Dibdall dumps it over the net, played by Gieske. Meyer comes up, plays it for Stussy, and just barely got it over the net. Nice dig for Grove. She's now set. Hits it into the net, though. I think she had a tough time finding the energy and the legs to get up to hit that after having to kind of get low and dig that initially out, and then she was set up for the attack right away. 16-12 now. Tipped over the net by Grove, played by Van Beck as the attack, and that's in for a kill on the outside from Brooke Meyer, and everything is going right for the Dutchmen, leading 17-12. They were down 10-4. We're getting 13 of the last 15 points. Marty sets it, hit into the net by Grove. She'll get set again, rolls that one off the top of the net. There's a point for the Tigers from Maddie Grove. (17-13) Dutchman. Meyer sets it for Clausen, hits it out at 17-14 now. And it's 17-15 here as Melrose just hit one out of bounds, so Tigers trying to right the ship here, climb back into this one. Down 2 now as Maddie Grove serving. Rademacher receives. Meyer goes and plays it. And a free ball over from Rademacher. Labria to Dibdahl, sets for Dietz. Tips it over the net, returned by Melrose. Out of bounds at 17-16. Tigers back within a point now. (17-16). Here's Maddie Grove serving. And it's going to be an ace for Grove. We're tied at 17. Grove serves. Rademacher receives. Another ace, and the Tigers back in front, 18-17 now. And the serve received here. Rademacher sets it for Clausen on the attack. Grove plays it. Here's a set for Marty. Blocked at the net and a point for the Dutchman. We're tied at 18. Good attack that time. Good set, but even better defense up at the net for the Dutchman. All tied up 18 apiece. And serving here for the Dutchman, it's Kurzman. Grove receives, Dibdahl sets, here's Marty, she'll tip it over the net, played by Van Beck. Meyer comes and sets it for Ellering. Tips it over, played by Dibdahl, now Labria. Marty flies up, tips it, stayed alive by the Dutchman, and they are able to return volley. Tied at 18, third set, Dibdahl sets for Dietz. Tipped off the Dutchman, out of bounds, point Tigers. They lead 19-18 now. Sid Dietz, the attack and kill. Osby serves. Meyer sets in the middle for Clausen on the attack. Osby digs it out. And then she hits it into the net. So we're tied at 19. Tied at 19. Kimberly Clausen at the line for the Dutchman. Serve from Clausen. Marty receives. Dibdahl back to Marty. Tips it over the net. Ooh, kept alive here by the Dutchman. Almost 2 hits that time. They didn't call it. Dibdahl sets it for Dietz on the attack and the kill for Sydney Dietz. Tigers lead 20-19. Dietz will go to the line. (2019) Tigers with the 1-point advantage here in our third set. They're trying to avoid a sweep. Free ball over from Melrose. There's Dibdahl setting. The attack from Harstead in for a kill. Kaylee Harstead. 21-19. Tigers by 2. Dietz serving. And an ace for Sydney Dietz, 22-19. Timeout for the Dutchman. We will take one as well, 22-19. leading here by 3. And Dietz serving. Rademacher shanks it. Dietz gets the ace and the point, now 23-19. Tigers closing in on a third set victory and forcing a fourth one as Dietz serves it. There's a set. Meyer comes up, plays it. Hit over the net and kept alive by Dietz and still alive from Dibdahl. Dumped over, into the net, and the Tigers unable to return. That's 23-20. And now Melrose, Brooke Meyer will go to the line here for the Dutchman. Tigers leading by 3. Third set. Meyer serves. Labria receives. Marty. And back over to Harstead. Dumps it over the net to Meyer. Rademacher has it. Tipped over the attack this time. And we get a whistle. Point for Melrose. Had a Tigers player go over that line. So it's 23-21 now. Well, I thought they were going to call the same thing, but on Melrose. But they called it on the Tigers. Meyer to serve, line drive, Labria, nice receive there from Liv. And whistle, point Melrose. 2 hits on the Tigers, a double hit. Now it's 23-22. Meyer to serve, and it's out. Game point, 24-22. Marty serves. Rademacher receives. Meyer on the outside. Now the attack. Played by Labria. Here's Grove on the attack, and that's out. Point Melrose makes it 24-23. Attack on the left side from Kylie Blenker was dug out by Liv Labria. They were able to set it for Grove, but her line shot pushed a little bit too far to the left and out. 24-23. Here's the serve. Labria receives. Dibdahl has it. She'll set it. Here's Grove on the attack. It's going to be dug, but out of bounds. Point Tigers. It takes set number 3, 25-23. We'll have a fourth one coming up. 2-minute break. You're listening to 95.7 KKOK. Tigers pull out a third set victory, and we go to 4. And the Tigers will be serving here in this 4th set. Coming up on Thursday, we're in Evansville. Brandon Evansville taking on Underwood. Big match out of the Little 8 Conference. Over on KMRS, the Owls here on KKOK. No Cougar football on the airwaves this weekend. They're in Finlandia. And a long trip for the Cougs. Coming off back-to-back wins for UMM. They're 2-3 on the year, 1-0 in conference play. Saw Coach Hoffman here in the gymnasium earlier tonight. Dibdall will serve for Morriseria. The serve goes to Rademacher. Here's the set and the attack for the Dutchman, dug out by Marty that time. Tipped at the net, and first one, no, not going to be a point for the Tigers. Pushed over by Gieske. They're able to return. Here's Grove on the attack, blocked. Played on the rebound, tipped over the net by Grove. Rademacher sends it near side. Attack, Marty plays to Dibdall, sets it. We get a whistle. Melrose gets the point. 2 hits on the Tigers, and it's 1-0 Dutchman. Serve for the Dutchman. Marty receives. Dibdall has it. Sets it for Grove on the outside. That's blocked. Tipped over the net by Dietz. Off the rebound. And now the attack. Liv Labria with a nice dig in the back corner. Off the attack from Stussy. Stussy plays it to Meyer. Meyer now to Clausen. She's blocked at the net. Stussy back to Meyer. She's blocked at the net. Grove. An animal up there at the net. Point for the Tigers. They lead 2-1. Or I beg your pardon. They tie it here 1-1. Grove line drive serve, and not returned by Melrose. 2-1 Tigers. Grove serves it up again. There's a set in the middle, and the attack from Clausen. That's out. 3-1 Tigers here in the 4th set. They're trying to come back from 2 down and force a 5th set here. Grove serves, received, shanked by Melrose. Can they return volley? They can. Osby to Dibdall, sets it. Dietz, her attack tipped at the net. Gieske plays. Now the attack on the left side from Stussy, played by the Tigers. And they'll send a free ball over, but it is Rademacher in the corner playing it to Stussy. And a miss hit that time from Clausen makes it 4-1 Tigers. These have really turned around from that first set. Melrose really just looked like the superior team for much of that first set. Tigers able to come back and make it interesting. The attack, that one rolled off the top. Marty plays. Now Dibdall back to Marty. She's blocked, and a point for the Dutchman. Makes it 4-2. And here's the serve for the Dutchman. Grove receives. Dibdall has it. Sets it for Dietz. Their attack. Rademacher digs. The set from Meyer near side is denied. Rademacher keeps it alive, and a free ball is over from Meyer. Dibdall now sets it for Dietz at the attack in the middle. Hits it out of bounds. Point Dutchman 4-3 our score. And the serve from Kurzman is going to be an ace. We're tied up at 4 apiece now. Marty receives. Dibdahl sets it for Marty. Left side, the attack and the kill for Brianna Marty. Five for our score. Tigers by a point. Here's the attack. Dug out for Brianna from Maddie Grove. Free ball sent over. Dutchman have it. Here's a set near side. The attack and the kill for the Dutchman. Kaylee Ellering. And we're knotted up at 5 apiece. And it's going to be Clausen serving for the Dutchman here. Line drive serve. Labria receives. Dibdahl sets it on the outside for Marty. Marty tips it over the net. There's the attack. Rolls one off the top, and an attack and kill that time for, once again, it's Ellery. And it's 6-5. Dutchman have pulled in front here. Set number 4 from the Tigers center. There's a serve. Marty receives. Dibdahl sets it for Marty on the outside. Blocked at the net. Off the rebound, the Tigers push it over, but it's out of bounds. The Dutchmen get the point, now leading 7-5. Clausen serving for Melrose, and her serve. Marty pushes a pass towards Dibdahl. Back to Marty in the attack. Dug out by Melrose, and a miss hit from Kurzman. Miscommunication between her and Meyer. Tigers get the point, making it 7-6. And Sydney Dietz goes to the line, serving. So receive. Here's the set. The attack is dug out from Grove. Marty on the attack, blocked at the net. Point for the Dutchman, makes it now 8-6. And the serve angled toward the near side. Dietz able to return volley. Melrose will, are they able to? Up into the rafters, and no. Tigers get the point, making it 8-7. Somehow Dietz was able to return that, pulled her all the way to the near side, pushed it all the way to the far side of the floor. Marty serving now for the Tigers, and she'll get an ace. Marty's second of the night. And the line drive serve, and that's going to be another ace for Brianna Marty, and gives the Tigers the lead here 9-8. She's got 3 on the night. This time we get a service error from Marty, so we are tied up 9 apiece now. Rana Gieske is in to serve here for the Dutchman. Marty receives over to Dibdahl, sets it for Grove, dumps it over the net, and a point for the Tigers. Are back in front, 10-9. Grove just dumped it over the net that time. Tigers get the point. And it's Labria serving. Rademacher receives. Here's the set near side in the attack. Labria unable to get a pass off to a teammate there and dig it out. Melrose knots it up again here, 10-10. 6 tie of this set. 8 in the second set, 6 in the third, 6 here in the fourth so far. And Rademacher serves. Dietz plays over to Dibdahl. Dibdahl sets for Grove. Whistle, point Melrose. Double hit on the Tigers, gives the Dutchman the 11-10 lead. Rademacher serves, Dietz receives, Dibdahl sets it for Grove, left side, denied at the net. Not a contact up at the net, no call though. Here's the attack and the kill for Clausen. Clausen got off to a rockin' start. She's quieted down a bit since. The Tigers have kind of zeroed in on her. But she gets a kill there, and it gives the Dutchman a 12-10 lead. And the serve from Rademacher. Dietz receives. Dibdahl sets it for Grove on the left side. Her attack is out. 13-10 Melrose. Rademacher serves, that's out. It's at 13-11. And now it is Dibdahl serving. Rademacher receives. Here's the set. The attack. Clausen blocked at the net. Gieske keeps it alive. Clausen again denied. Now it's Stussy on the attack. Labria gets the dig. Free ball is over to the Dutchman. Here's Stussy. She'll dump it. Denied at the net. Gieske keeps it alive. Can Rademacher return? She can. Dibdahl sets it. Here's Dietz on the outside. Tipped off. Melrose out of bounds. Tigers tenacious on their defensive side that time, and Dietz gets the kill. The Tigers get the point. It's 13-12. Dibdahl serves. Gieske receives. There's a set on the right side in the attack, and that one's out. We're tied at 13. Thirteen all knotted up. Serve from Dibdahl, received here by Rademacher. Here's a set on the near side. Stussy on the attack. Point for the Melrose Dutchman. Player went over that center line. 14-13 now. Dutchman back on top by one. That's going to be Van Beck serving. And Beck serves. Dietz plays over to Dibdahl. Sets it on the left side for Grove. And Grove is going to get the attack and kill. Tied up at 14 apiece between these West Central Conference foes. Melrose took the first two. The Tigers took the third. Grove serves. Rademacher receives. Meyer sets it. Here's the attack. It's out of bounds. Or are they going to give that point? Yeah, they're going to give that point to the Dutchman. Beg your pardon. Well, the hit was out of bounds, but they still give the point to the Dutchman. It looked like it's touched by Brianna Marty, I think. So the Dutchman lead 15-14. Marty receives. Dibdahl sets Marty. Tips it over the net. Van Beck to Meyer. And bumped over by Clausen. Dibdahl sets it in the middle for Dietz. Blocked at the net, and a point for the Dutchman. 16-14 Melrose. That was Clausen again, her third of the night. And here's the serve and an ace. Coming from Kurzman, now 17-14. Kurzman serves. Labria receives. Dibdahl sets on the outside for Marty. It's tipped and out. No, it is not tipped. Just going to say it's out off Marty on the attack. So another point for the Dutchman, who now lead 18-14 with that, a timeout for Coach Christy Fair, and the Tigers will take one as well. You're listening to 95.7. Back in a minute. Jason back here at the Tigers Center. Melrose leading 18-14. Kurzman serving. Sanisak receives. Here's Dibdahl setting. Marty on the attack. Kurzman digs. Meyer will set it here for Ellering on the attack and the kill. It's 19-14 Dutchman. Serve goes to Labria. Dibdahl has it, sets it for Marty on the outside, and she is blocked at the net by Clausen. Making it 20-14 Dutchman. So it was 14-14. We were tied. Now 6 in a row for Melrose. Sanisak to Dibdahl. Dietz tips it over the net. Kept alive. Rademacher plays it. And Ellering over the net. Sanisak back to Dibdahl, sets it for Dietz, tipped at the net, kept alive by Meyer. And then Meyer dumps it over the net, into the back corner for Dibdahl, to Labria. Free ball over for Marty, Rademacher plays, Meyer sets in the middle, Clausen on the attack and the kill. (21-14). Dutchman by 7 now. Kurzman serves. Sanisak over to Dibdahl and dumped over the net by Marty. Tipped though, kept alive by the Dutchman. There's Ellering on the attack and nice dig there for Dibdahl. Labria plays it. Marty on the left side, the attack, and that time it's Kurzman with a nice dig. Marty another tack, blocked, it's out of bounds. It's off Melrose though. Tigers get the side out, the point for Brianna Marty. 21-15. Cam Osby serving. Here's Meyer setting. The attack blocked by the Tigers, kept alive on the rebound. Here's Ellering on the attack, and that's going to be a kill. (22-15). Melrose on top by 7, trying to get the 4-set victory over the Tigers. Dibdahl to Labria, pushes it on over. Melrose sends it back. Tipped over the net, played by Kurzman. Meyer comes in and plays it. Ellering on the attack. Blocked at the net, and a point for the Tigers. Kaylee Harsted that time. 22-16. Dietz serving. Kurzman to Van Beck. Dumped over the net by Meyer. Sanisak to Dibdahl. Here's Harsted on the attack. Tipped and down for a point. (22-17) now. Tigers pull within 5. And Dietz serving. Line drive received by Van Beck. Meyer to Bertram, tipped at the net. Here's Marty on the attack, played by Kurzman. Dibdahl will set it for Harsted, tipped at the net, played by Bertram now. Meyer sets it, Ellering hits it into the net. Point Tigers, it's 22-18. Dietz serving. And Ellering will dump it over the net. Sanisak plays. Dibdahl pushes it back over, and a point for Dibdahl, and it's now 22-19. Tigers getting back into this. Coach Reller takes a timeout. We will as well. Back in 1 minute. You're listening to 95.7.
Miller. It looks like we're going to have a thrilling end to this fourth set, right?
Yeah, it's looking that way. Tigers with another point here, making it 22-20. Dietz serving. Received here by Van Beck. Meyer will set it. Ellering will just dump it over the net. Dibdahl has it, pushes it over. Van Beck plays. Meyer dumps it over the net. And the Tigers, are they able to return volley? They cannot. Point for the Dutchman, who now lead 23-20. Here's the serve, line drive, and it's going to be an ace, and now we've got match point. Melrose on top, 24-20. It is Brooke Meyer at the line serving. And the serve. And that's out. 24-21. Boy, that was close. 24-21, and Brianna Marty will go to the line here for Morris area. Trying to keep the Tigers' hopes alive here. Marty serves, received. Meyer sets it near side, the attack, and a kill, and the Dutchmen win it. 25-21, Melrose in 4. 2-minute break, postgame when we return on 95.7.